Quotes from Dhammapada, Easwaran's translation, Volume 1. Mind is the forerunner of all actions. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. With our thoughts we make the world. Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. One who conquers himself is greater than another who conquers 1,000 times 1,000 on the battlefield. To be idle is a short road to death, and to be diligent is a way of life. As rain falls equally on the just and the unjust, do not burden your heart with judgments, but rain your kindness equally on all. You are the source of all purity and impurity. No one purifies another. Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. In the sky, there is no distinction of east and west. People create distinctions out of their own minds and then believe them to be true. The mind is fickle and flighty. It flies after fancies wherever it likes. It is difficult indeed to restrain it, but it is possible. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. As irrigators lead water where they want, as archers make their arrows straight, as carpenters carve wood, the wise shape their minds. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. If you speak or act with a pure mind, happiness will follow you, as a shadow clings to a form. There is no fire like passion, there is no shark like hatred, there is no snare like folly, there is no torrent like greed. Conquer the angry one by not getting angry, conquer the wicked by goodness, conquer the stingy by generosity, and the liar by speaking the truth. The root of suffering is attachment. Silence is an empty space. Space is the home of the awakened mind. Just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. Happiness comes when your work and words are of benefit to others. Those who are free of resentful thoughts surely find peace. Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts. There is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desires. As a water bead on a lotus leaf, as water on a red lily, does not adhere, so the sage does not adhere to the seen, the heard, or the sensed. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. Whatever a monk keeps pursuing with his thinking and pondering, that becomes the inclination of his awareness. The whole secret of existence is to have no fear. Never fear what will become of you, depend on yourself. It is better to travel well than to arrive. Hatred never ceases by hatred, but by love alone is healed. This is the ancient and eternal law. Not even a god or a demon, not even Mara or Brahma can turn into its opposite the conquest of one's own self, the conquest of the self's desires. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. In the end, these things matter most. How well did you love? How fully did you live? How deeply did you let go? In separateness lies the world's great misery, in compassion lies the world's true strength. The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. He who experiences the unity of life sees his own self in all beings, and all beings in his own self, and looks on everything with an impartial eye. You will not be punished for your anger, you will be punished by your anger. The tongue like a sharp knife kills without drawing blood. An idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea. An insincere and evil friend is more to be feared than a wild beast. A wild beast may wound your body, but an evil friend will wound your mind. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. If we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. Even death is not to be feared by one who has lived wisely. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to get more quotes from popular books.